Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this webinar session from Prabhudas Leeladhar, Trading with Derivatives. This is Shilpa Raut here. I'll be holding the session for the day. Just giving a brief introduction about myself. I head the derivative desk at Prabhudas Leeladhar. So, in a brief, now we'll start. So just having a little conversation. Do any one of you in this session today are aware of derivatives, or there are many people who are completely new to this? So accordingly, I'll just plan the session and I'll let you guys know how to go about it today. So anybody who has a brief idea about derivatives, or is there anyone who is completely new to this segment? Okay, Mr. Vivek is very new. Okay, so no issues. I'll try to explain whatever little thing that you should know about derivatives, so that you have a hold of the session. And about making profits with my calls, I take that very gracefully. Thank you so much, Polyspin Exports Limited. Okay, today session, of course, it will be theoretical. I will definitely let you know all the basics knowledge about that we have in derivatives, and the basic indicators also that are very important when you are doing intraday trading particularly. But I'll try to do little more practical way. We can analyze option chain live. I can pick your stocks, or I can give you brief insights about index for the week ahead, and show you how to read the weekly data, and how to pick calls that can give you profits if you have a week's view or even intraday, only from options perspective. So less theory and let's make it more practical, so that the purpose of this session is not only to give you the theory knowledge, but also to help every one of you make profits in derivatives. So I guess that's cool with everybody. So we'll just start. Okay, so what is derivatives exactly? Like we all know, many of you in this session are already aware, derivatives is something that is that's a leverage product. What is derivative, why, and how is it different from cash is something we need to learn. Just a second. Yes. Okay. So derivatives, why do? We have cash segment, we have commodities, we have other segments also where we can trade. But why to choose this futures and options and derivatives in stocks and only our option, index? The reason being that derivatives gives you an edge that no other in the segment can give you, because we have few indicators that are loaded with data. We have loads of data that can help you understand the market sentiment at that particular time also. Let's say we have a session from 9:15 to 3:30 every day, but somebody is not there available from 9:15, and someone enters at 10 o'clock, let's say 11 o'clock, in the market also. Even then, whenever you enter and whenever you want to make a trade, derivatives is only one segment where you can have the almost, I would say, a very concrete view for your trade, for the market sentiment that nothing else can give. So it is because we have rich loads of data. And derivatives, why people choose, because it's a leverage product. Like we all know the difference between cash and derivatives. Cash, when you are doing equities, you need to have 100% payment for your buying. If you want to buy one share, 100 shares, 1,000 shares, whatever, but whatever money you have, that many shares you can only purchase. And but good thing about cash is what? Ownership of that particular stock remains with you till you don't square it off. There's no time frame, there's no time limit to it. You can have it till you want. And there's nothing, no compulsion on number of quantity that you buy. You can buy one share, you can buy thousands, you can buy lakhs. But derivatives, it is leverage because we require very less margin, less investment to participate in that market. Cash, let's say if you have 1 lakh rupees, and you want to buy Reliance, let's say, 1 lakh share in 1 lakh, if you want to buy Reliance shares, it's 250 lot size now. So, and it's trading, I mean, in cash, it is trading at around 20. I mean, the current market price for Reliance is above 2000 now, 2100, 2200 now. So let's say in 1 lakh, how many shares will you get? Hardly 50. That is the max you can get. But when you're doing in derivatives, you, even if you have less margin, let's say 20% of the requirement for cash, you can participate in that market completely, as good as cash. In fact, the in derivatives, it is high risk and high gains thing, because for one lot to participate in Reliance in derivatives, you have 250 shares. That is 250 shares is one lot. So every rupee that goes up, you earn 250 rupees. So that is how it is leveraged. So that is why derivatives, it is risky, but it is also very rewarding. And if you understand the concept, and if you have a disciplined trading approach, and you know how to deal with this trades, people make really good money with derivatives. Of course, it comes, every good thing also comes with a flaw. That is that, not a flaw exactly, but a constraint. So derivatives, we have a constraint, we have expiry thing that everybody must be aware of. Every contract has an expiry, so we have to deal with that. So in that context, derivatives are little difficult when it doesn't, when your profits don't come in that particular contract. So in that case, either you roll over, or you just square it off. So, and like I said, in derivatives, it cannot be any number of shares. You have to buy in lots. Like Reliance, it's at 250. Then let's say, if I say Tata Power, it is 13,500 lot size. We have different stocks with different lot size. Nifty, it is 75 lot size. Bank Nifty is 25. So different indices, different stocks, it has different lots. So when you're doing with derivatives, you have to buy lots. Cash, you can buy any number of shares. So this is very basic. I'm not going into much detail because that is not required. I just want to quickly explain the basic theory so that I can have time for more question and answers, and do live chart, option chain, reading and all, so that it's more helpful. So derivatives, like futures, we all know. We just discussed what is futures. So likewise, there's options. Why people do options? Because option is even more leveraged than futures. If futures is leveraged in terms of cash, you need only 20% to do in futures other than cash. Options, it is even more leverage. You need just 20% of that future 20% to participate. To participate in options, there's one premium that we have to pay. It's quite very, very less in comparison to what margin you would require to do in futures. An premium, what you pay, it's comparatively very less. So in options, when you play, your investment goes down even more low, and you as good as participate in the market like if you are doing in cash or futures. But again, this is also too good, so we have a constraint here as well. Options, your premium decays as the days pass by. The closer we get to the expiry, the faster the premium erodes. So what is premium and how does it erode? Let's say you are buying, you want to participate in Reliance 2200, it is quoting 2180, 2190 something, Reliance is quoting now. So, if you want to participate in options, let's say you go for 2200 strikes, I'll show you the option chain, what are strikes and all, everything. Just for now, just understand what is options. 2200 strike, let's say it is quoting at, let's say 20 rupees. So 20 into 250 lot size. So it is hardly 5,000 rupees that you require to, participate in Reliance in comparison to future maybe would require 1 lakh or 50,000, whatever margin requirement is there to participate, and you can have your trade. So options, there are two type of participants. One are option buyer and one are option seller. The person who buys an option, who pays the premium, is the option buyer. And otherwise, we also have one option selling thing that happens. So like I was giving you this example of Reliance 2200 call, let's say 20 rupees. So if you want to sell that option, that 20 rupees that you were supposed to pay as a premium to participate, that 20 rupees value gets credited to you, and you have that ownership with you till it becomes zero, where you will make profits, or if it goes above 20, then you have to pay, and that is where you incur losses. So option buying and option selling are two things that one can do while participating in options. And to be safer side, always remember, for any person who is very new to derivatives, you may be hearing, people saying that we are selling options, we are getting this credit and we are making money. See, option selling is very critical. And if anybody is not very prompt with option trading, shouldn't go for selling, because that gives you unlimited loss. Your loss can be unlimited. But option buying, if you are doing whatever premium you're paying, let's say in Reliance that 2200 call, I'm saying like 5,000 you're paying, that is what you can lose maximum. So when you're entering as an option buyer in option trading, you know your loss. Your loss cannot be more than the premium that you're paying. So that is something, that's a comfort actually, for people who enter. They know that this is what max they would lose. There's nothing unlimited. But option selling and futures, if you are just playing it openly, completely, like a naked call, or a very straight trade you're doing, then your loss is very unlimited. That is why many people prefer options, because it has limited loss, and limited profits also. But if you play it right, you can gain very good profits. So this is how options work. So, and I'm sure everybody must have heard this option thing a lot. So how do we do options? See, when we are bullish and we have a view that is bullish on any particular indices or your stock, and if you want to do options, there are two things. Either you buy a call option or you sell a put option. Both ways, your view is bullish. And bearish when you sell a call option or you buy a put option. So when you are bearish on your market, on your stock, or on your trade, you can either buy put option or you can sell call option. But like I said, selling options are very risky. And when you are bullish, you can buy a call option or you can sell a put option. So this is the basic view option traders should have. So these are very, simple examples. Okay, Mr. Vijay was new here, so I'll tell you what happens. Let's say, it is particularly for you, Mr. Vijay. Let's say there's one particular stock ABC, and you have a view that is bullish. It is currently trading at CMP, let's say 497 now. So you want to participate in the option trade. So what you do, you enter the 500 strike there, 500 C at 4 rupees. So your outlook is that it is bullish. So what you are expecting, that it will go above 497 for sure. So you don't want to take much risk. You enter the option trade at 4 rupees. So your break even would be what? Your strike and your premium that you're paying. That is 500 plus 4, 504. Profit will start accelerating for you above this 504 levels. Risk is what? That 4 rupees that you're paying. So this is how options work. You have limited risk and unlimited profit scenario. Okay. These are basic terminologies that, again, we all hear when we are doing options. So, what is this? Intrinsic value. It is the difference between the strike price, spot price. It's a very, very, theory language. You don't have to get into all this, but just remember few terms that we will continuously hear when you're doing options. What is theta? That is time value. Time value, as in, like I said, when you are doing options, there's one big constraint. As you near your expiry, as the days go pass by in the series, your premium erodes. So time is your enemy when you're doing options, when you're buying options. Likewise, time is your friend when you're selling options, because if you are investing something today and premium starts eroding, since you have got that premium into your account and you want it to be zero, so as you near the expiry and your view is right, you gain that thing. So time is your friend when you're selling option, and time is your enemy when you are buying options. So in that, and this three terms, ITM, OTM, and ATM. ITM is in the money, and OTM is out of the money. ATM is at the money. At the money means, let's say Nifty trading at around 15,000 now. So 15,000 call and put our ATM at the money, the strike price, which is closest to the current market price, the CMP is our ATM, and OTM is out of the money, and ATM in the money. Okay. So that was just basic information, basic, definitions when you're doing the derivatives. This is what we will study. The indicators are the most interesting and the important thing that we should learn. Derivatives, like I said, it comes with many indicators. So indicators, what? One is open interest, OI. When you are doing derivatives, you must have heard OI many times. So this is OI. So OI is always paired with volume and price to have a good, conclusion for your trade. Let's say OI, okay, what is OI? It is open interest. Like the name only gives you open interest, as in the number of interest, the participants that are, participating in that particular trade of yours, let's say any stock or indices you're doing. So it shows you the number of interest the people are showing for that particular trade. OI is always counted as one when there's a buyer and a seller. When you have a buyer and a seller together, that is one OI. So OI can always increase and decrease. Volume is what? Volume indicates the total number of contracts that are bought and sold. Maybe there are 5 sellers, 4 buyers today standing, and all together, whatever contracts are sold, it is volume. But OI is you have to have one buyer and one seller together. It is one OI. So OI gives you a very, very, bright view to your trade, because it shows you how the interest is there in the market. So there's two highlighters. Please remember, a very high OI, when in a bull market, let's say when we are having this bull run now, in early morning, suddenly you see a very high OI in any particular stock. It is a very worrisome signal, because if suddenly the price falls, that means that price is going to fall down like anything. So if a trend of OI starts falling suddenly, it gets into the bear grip, like I said. So this is the main thing. Everybody can take a screenshot of this as well, because this will help you, for anybody who's new, to understand the indicators, how to club. See, OI, when it is positive, and price is also rising and positive. Rising and positive, why? Because let's say OI is positive, and particular stock that was, let's say trading at the market start trading at lower levels, but suddenly also coming up. So when OI is positive and price is rising or positive, what action one should take? It is long built up. It is bullish. So you have to go long on that particular stock or indices trade. Likewise, when OI is positive but price is falling and negative, the action is short built up. That means that you have to be bearish on that particular trade. These two upper stage are very, very clear and very easy to understand. You just have to figure it out where the OI is there, where highest number of OIs are getting added, and how the price are behaving. Likewise, you can always know what to do. So likewise, when OI is but negative, let's say, and price is positive, so in that case, what happens? Short covering happens. So for short covering is what? It is mostly a very limited upside or a sideways move. And likewise, when OI is negative and price is also negative, it is long unwinding. That means, that particular stock has reached the climax. Either it will go down more, or maybe we can see a pullback from here, like bottoming out. So this is how OI helps you to understand. So any query on this OI thing, I will of course explain with example to you, so that you can all have a good learning about it. But please do take a screenshot of it. It can help you understand always when you're doing derivatives. So what are rollovers? Rollovers, like we all know, every month series end, when the contracts ends, we see this rollover data coming up everywhere. People talking about rollovers at least for a week, for the initial first week. Rollover is what? Like I said, futures and options, they have this contracts expiry every Thursday of the last month. I mean, the last Thursday of the month, sorry. So that is when the expiry happens. And let's say you want to continue your trade for the next series as well. So what you do, you just roll over your positions. That is you are giving your willingness for your trade to move on to the next series as well. So that is rollovers. Rollover is nothing else but very simple. You are carrying your current month trade to your next month. So it is very important. Why? Because when let's say a new series start, and let's say you have a stock, let's say NTPC, and you want to know how will NTPC move this new series now. So rollover data helps you a lot, because high rollovers, and if the price is positive and everything is there, so that there are high interest of people there also. That means the stock probably will go with your favor if you're long. So rollover gives you a very brief idea into the start of the new series to do what trade you should be taking for that particular month. So it helps a lot. So rollovers is nothing but the traders' willingness to carry forward the bets that we're having in the current series for the next one. So like I said, how do we read rollover? When rollover is above 80 or 85%, we study and we read it as a very strong one. And when the rollover is below 40%, we see it as a very weak rollover. So rollover, again, when it is compared and taken together with price, helps you give the outlook for your trade. So what happens? Higher rollover, positive price action. It suggests that the strength of that particular trade or particular underlying that you are thinking will continue. That means it is bullish. Higher rollovers, negative price action suggests that the weakness will continue. That means it is bearish. Lower rollovers, positive price action suggests that the pause in the uptrend will now happen. There will be a little flat movement or sideways movement. And lower rollovers, negative price action means that there's hardly any interest for that particular underlying, and it may be early signs that you are bottoming out in that process, like long unwinding. So again, rollover with price helps you a lot. So what is put call ratio now? Now again, this is one very important thing to understand. The put call ratio, we have heard many times, PCR of this, PCR of this. If any of you are following my daily notes in the morning, I do write this PCR thing every day, and I highlight it because PCR is one very, very, very important indicator if you are trading in indices. Indices, particularly Nifty, PCR is a blessing. Without PCR, you just cannot manage indices trading. So if anybody is only doing Nifty or Bank Nifty trades, this should be where you should be understanding what is happening. So PCR is what? It is the number of put ratio, put additions divided by the call additions. Put OY divided by call OY is what you get is the PCR. So whenever PCR, remember whatever data comes, like whatever put you are dividing by call for that particular strike is above 1.5, 1.5 actually, that particular strike, that particular zone becomes your support in Nifty. Let's say Nifty trading at 15,000 now. So PCR for 14,800 is nearly 2 now. So in that case, what I know is that 14,800 is a very strong support for Nifty. So breaking that is not going to be easy. So I can either wait for Nifty to fall around 14,800 to take support where I have more buy, or I wait. If I'm already long, I have to wait that 14,800 is breaking or not. If it is, then my stop loss should be 14,800. So that is how. And when the PCR is less than 0.5, that means that particular strike is going to be a very strong resistance for market, for the indices. Let's say Nifty 15,200 indices is roughly 0.225 now. So that means that 15,200 is going to act as a very strong resistance for me going ahead. So when you are doing indices, PCR is very important. So always make sure that you understand PCR. Like I said, this is the chart again. Everybody can have a screenshot of this as well. When the PCR is above 1.5, it is strong support. PCR below 0.6, it is stiff resistance. And for anybody who is completely into market and is only following PCR indicator for indices trading, if notices any particular strike, PCR moves from 0.56 to 1. So it means that, very strong rally for around 100 that I, as an analyst, as a research person, I keep monitoring to give you nifty calls where I give, and why, when people ask me, how do I know that, suddenly this spurt is coming? This is how I know. This data helps you to understand. If you're constantly monitoring and this particular strike is PCR is continuously increasing. This has done this way, so I know this is how the rally is going to happen. But this requires regular and very constant monitoring. You just can't just come up and understand that this has happened. You have to monitor it. So VIX also, like we have seen, we have understood, VIX is also very important, and it is very important nowadays, at least when again VIX is going above 25 now, and we know what is VIX. VIX is nothing but the fear, measurement in the market, the uncertainty that is going to happen. And always remember that VIX always gives you a heads up to know what the market is going to do in coming days or coming sessions or coming moment, because it's a leading indicator. Whenever VIX goes up, market definitely comes down, because VIX going up means that fear or uncertainty or anxiety in the market of the participants is going up. That means people either will cut the long positions, or and they won't participate. Liquidity comes becomes less, so market dries up. People cut up their long positions, so market falls. Likewise, when VIX is down, that means that there's no fear in the market. Everything is in favor for the market. That means people they cut off the short positions, and short covering rally happens, market moves up. So VIX, this it is how it is. It works. One particularly option strategies people mostly do when VIX is very high. They do short strangles. This is one strategy that helps people to sell options, both pull and put and call, to earn premiums. That's the strategy. If I'll definitely take up a different session for strategies to understand, for people who want to do option strategies. So like PCR and VIX, when we club it together, also helps us build strategies. So like I said, I will do a session on strategies in coming days. So we'll have this model there. So this is all about theory. So first, let me help you understand, how this all works. So I'll just open up NSE site, and I'll help you understand my reading for the week now ahead, and where you should see the OI and where you should see the price to have intraday trading. Just a second. Let me just open up NSE. Okay, so first things first, like I was telling you about option chain strikes. For everybody who's new, so these are the strike price. Like I've been telling you, Reliance 2200 strike price, ABC stock 500 strike price. So these are the strike price that happen. This is the option chain basically. Option chain where this side belongs to the call options and this side belongs to the put options. So when and always remember, in the money strikes for call option is opposite for put options. That means that this yellow highlighted sides you're seeing, these are in the money for call options. Like I said, it is opposite for the put options. You can see now here it is in the money for put options. That means let's say Nifty at 15,000 now. Any strikes below 15,000 for calls is the in the money, and any strike above 15,000 for puts is in the money. It is always the opposite, like you can see. In the money premiums are more costly, and OTM, out of the money options, are little cheaper. So this is the option chain. So PCR, how do we count? Can you see? Like I said, put OI divided by call OI. Let's say I want to have PCR of Nifty at 15,000 for coming coming session. So what I do, this is the total OI for put, and this is the total OI for calls. So what I do, I divided 15,000 total put OI, that is 24,077 contracts, divided by 30,022 contracts. So my PCR would be roughly 0.885 likewise. So that means that it is below, it is going to be a little resistance for me, because anywhere above 1.5 we have support. So what we can do is, can anybody tell me 14,900 PCR is what? 14,900 PCR, it is 16,431 contracts divided by 11,156 contracts. So roughly 1.5, yes, 1.47, right? So roughly that means that, on Monday, 14,900 will roughly, act as my immediate strong support. If 14,900 is held on comfortably, then we will see a spike. So what should be my approach for Monday when market opens? I have to monitor 14,900 strike, 14,800 strike, 15,000 strikes, 15,100 strike. So if I see 15,000 strike now, which is now 0.75 or 8 now, if it moves up, let's say towards 1, like I've said, I have given that chart. If it moves towards 1, that means that, market will see a rally. So that, I have a space to earn from around 70, 80 points, which will come very sharply. So I can go long in Nifty. And if I see that, OI for 14,900, which is 1.47 now, starts falling, let's say it comes to 1, that means, people are not participating enough and market is going to fall. So I can sell Nifty. So this is how PCR works, and it works beautifully when you are doing indices trading. So this is one approach for Monday. So this is how it is. So, Acha, tell me one thing that we have to understand about, uh, where is the support and where is the resistance. Like I said, PCR is one way to understand where is the support and where is the resistance. One other way also to understand the support and resistance for market, let's say Nifty, where there are very heavy OI on call side, it is a resistance. And when there is very heavy OI on any strike on put side, it is a support. This is also one way to see. So like if I see, OI for call, it is like 30,000, 30,730, 27,000, additions are there. So for me, 30,000 and 30,730, 15,300 strike, it has 30,730 contracts, and 15,000 strike, it has 30,022. So roughly 30,000 additions, which are looking very heavy on market for me. So for me, 15,000 is a resistance also. PCR also says that it is a resistance. Number of call OI only, if I see also, it shows as a resistance. That means 15,000 will act as a very strong resistance. Above 15,000, I will see 15,200, 300 also coming. Likewise, I have to find support. I can see where is my support. Let's say 14,500, 24,000 is showing the max here, even 15,000. So 15,000, if you can see, we also have very aggressive put additions and we also have aggressive call additions. We also know that 15,000 is like a tug of war for Nifty, a psychological level as well. So 15,000 if crosses will act as my immediate support. But let's say 15,000 is not crossed. So my next support very strong lies at 14,500, which also in the start of this new series, we have seen Nifty testing 14,550, 14,500 below also. So that is the rough zone that we took support and we bounced back to 15,250, 300 roughly. So that is also a way of seeing market and option chain reading. So I hope it is clear now how to read resistance and support from option chain. This applies to anything, indices or stocks, anything. You can always know where to find support and resistance. So any chart, I will also of course let you know where to read, this OI spurts like I've been telling you. See, there are a couple of, what do I say? Softwares, where you can always read this. But of course, you can always have any other software, subscription for you as well, where, this can help you. See, this is Nifty also. This is NSE side. So OI, if you want to know where the highest OI additions are there, you can just go onto the site and go onto this live market session and live market session. And here it is one under live analysis OI spurts. You just have to click since it is off day today. So what happens, you get here, all the OI additions that are happening very strongly since today's off day. So we're just showing this Wipro one. So, but you will see this change in percentage OI. You will find many stocks here. So wherein you see, very high OI, and you just see the price, how the price is happening. This is the price also you want to see. Here is the price. So you can understand whether it is positive or negative, and you can just simply choose your trade. So this is how you can see OI. Or you can always see, any software. Like I follow this, we have this software for us. So we just log in here. This is my FNO. So I also see my OI spurts here. But you can do one thing. You can always just a second. This is how I see my OI. I have my OI ready here, my price also ready here. So I just filter this and I see where's the highest OI additions are happening and what is the price there. Then I just go onto the option chain and see where's my resistance and support, and I choose my trade for your calls. So this is how, intraday rules are applied to have trading when you're doing FNO. And FNO gives you this sort of data to understand to do what and what not to do. So any queries that we have that anybody wants me to answer now? Any particular chart anybody wants me to understand, I can do that. Which trades we should prefer, ITM or OTM? It's a very nice question. See, OTM, like I said, premiums are little cheaper, ITM premiums are little expensive. But if your view is very strong, let's say somebody's asking about, Mr. Vivek is asking about BHEL. Let's say I choose BHEL here. Okay, BHEL, it's quoting at 50 to 50. Let's say, but I know that 50 BHEL is going to go quickly up, in a day or two. So I can go for, at the ATM, at the money strike, let's say 52 or 53. I can also take a little more risk. I can go for 50 or 51 ITM because I know my view is very strong. But if I'm not very sure of the view, I just want to participate in that thing, then I should prefer OTM because premium is also a little cheap and the risk is also less. So always we prefer OTM, little OTM. Somebody is asking me, how to filter my FNO. So see, my FNO, I use it for my convenience. Like I said, if you want to do intraday trading, you can just go to the NSE side, look at the OI spurts. You can see where the OIs additions are more and what the price is there. So you can have your trade accordingly. Time frame, like I said, it's more predictable for intraday. It gives you good profits when you're doing OI spurts and price. No, sir. PL account holders, they don't have access to this site. It is completely on your personal use. It's just because we use it for a regular basis, so we have it. But for any layman like you don't need exactly any software. You can always have NEC site, like I showed you how to check OI. Somebody's asking chart, which time frame is best for intraday? Sir, for intraday, it's 5 minutes to 15 minutes chart. Any chart will work. Yes, it will OI this particular page. It will keep changing because OI is live additions in market. So that is why it is very concrete. It gives you very concrete data, to understand the market. So it will keep changing. So whatever trade you're doing at that particular time, you have to have a monitor as well. Okay, my view on SBI. See, my view on SBI is very, very bullish for this series. SBI, one has to understand that took a very strong leap last month because of the results and everything. So it is constantly on the bullish trend, but a decisive upside now for SBI will be only above 400 now. As long as it is trading below 400, we will see a range between 370 to 400. Once it trades decisively and closes above 400, then we'll see 420, 440, 460. Mr. Prophet Adda, sir, like I told you, I choose how I look at the OI spurts. Wherever there is high OI, I choose that trade. If the price is up on the bullish side, positive side, then I have a long view. But when the price is negative, I have a bearish view. So my trade goes accordingly. Okay, Mr. Balasubramanian asking about Tata Motors. So Tata Motors is again very bullish. Tata Motors is, decisive upside will happen only 350 above levels. For now, it is again consolidating in the range of between 325 to 340, 45. Okay, Mr. Vivek is asking how to arrive at stop loss. So stop loss is always the support levels. Like I said, PCR, if you want to monitor, or best the support at in the option chain, like I showed you. Whatever strike, whatever zone is coming, that is a stop loss. So my all calls comes with stop loss. So I only exit my calls when I hit my stop loss, or I asked people exit when they're making good money, good profits. Okay, let's check Balakrishna and Reliance. No issues, we'll check. See, this is the option chain for Balakrishna. Somebody is telling me Balakrishna, let's see, where is the resistance? We have very high additions at 1700 and 1800. So that means 1700 will act as a very strong resistance. And support is where? Let's see. Very strong support at 1500 and also 1600. So Balakrishna trading at around 1602 now. See, we are completely at support. Let's say we break 1600, we will definitely test 1500. And if we hold 1600, then we'll test 1700 to 1800. So this is how it works. So Balakrishna, yes, OI is quite liquid, not an issue. You can always participate in OI. For intraday, it will always help you. Reliance also I was asked. Let's see. I will take Reliance. Reliance, this is the option chain. So, okay, now you guys tell me, where is the support for Reliance? Where do you see the support for Reliance? Anybody can tell me, where do we see the support for Reliance? Yes, 2100, then also 2000, correct? We have many supports for Reliance. So Reliance trading at now around 2200, let's say, right? 2174. So if anybody wants to, and can anybody tell me where's the resistance for Reliance? Correct, 2200. So that means that resistance is at 2200 and Reliance is trading at where? 2174. So it's a very classic and a very good way to sell, because 25 rupees upside for your stop loss. Let's say I want to sell now Reliance. If I was today here, I would have sold Reliance. My stop loss would be 2200, 2205, little 4-5 rupees here and there. And my target goes straight to 2100, 22,000 also. So of course, but it will not go in that fall, but my first target would be 2100. So it's a very classic case for sell now. How do I come out with my hero zero trade? So hero zero trade, so my attempt on hero zero trade is that, you get little low premium, so that the lower the premium, the more, easy it becomes. Let's say I give a strike price that trades low at low premium. So even if you lose, you don't, make a very big hole in your pocket. That is my concept while giving hero zero. Either you lose all or you make big. So that depends on various parameters, how the market mood is, what is the FIs and DIs data indicating, how the global cues are, and PCR, so everything. So looking at many factors, I come out with hero zero trade. So in live market, like I said, any moment you can just go to NSE site and do the OI spurts thing, and you will always see, live OI happening, changes there, and you can know where it is the best time to enter today. Okay, should I exit SBI Hero Zero Trade? Yes, of course, I have a live call, Hero Zero Trade 460 call at 4 rupees I've given for SBI. It went to above 8 rupees. We have almost doubled. So if you have not booked, then I should again ask you to please hold, because if it's a Hero Zero Trade, market, it's just a start of the series. We have time, at least 15, 2 expiries more we can wait before premium starts eroding. And if any moment, any turnaround can get SBI to make new highs. My view is that SBI should be making new highs in the series. I'll ask my team to get on this with you, Mr. Navneet Mishra. Sham, if you are there, please do take Mr. Navneet Mishra's query and ask him, help him with his last session's recording. He has not received. Mr. Sham, he heads our marketing division, and any query you can always, guys, ask him. He's very cooperative, and he heads this division. He'll help you out. Okay, Mr. Jagannathan is asking GAIL view, please. Okay, GAIL is very bullish. We have an immediate support at 140, 141 zones and resistance at 150 zones. So above 150, we'll definitely test 160, 65. So sale is in ban, so that is why there's no option chain that can happen. Okay, yeah, Bank Nifty view also correct. I should be giving you Bank Nifty view as well. I'll of course I gave the Nifty view. I'll also give you Bank Nifty view now. Just a moment. See, Bank Nifty OY is this. Okay, so we have resistance at very strong at 36,000, 36,500, 37,000. Immediate resistance at 36,000 we have, and immediate support we definitely have at 35,000 and 34,000. So like I've said, Bank Nifty also in the start of this new series, everybody must have noticed Bank Nifty has made multiple down attempts till 35,000 and it has reversed. Yesterday also, even with the gap down and all the global, cues getting weaker, the pressure in the market, we again took support from 35,000. So as long as 35,000, 34,800 is holding on, I think we should be bullish on Bank Nifty for first target of 36,000, then above levels. No, it is never safe to hold banned stock options because if you're doing in options, but if you're in futures, of course you can hold, no issues with that. But options, like I said, time is your enemy. If you're buying an option and you are waiting, then in that case, what will happen? Premium erosion happens very fast. Yes, Mr. Profit Adda, if you're following my FNO, it's very easy. You just filter the OI, look at where the highest OI is happening, and the price action, then go to this option chain, look at the support and resistance level and take your trade. Always remember, buying towards the support level is better than completely buying at the resistance level. Then selling at the resistance is better than selling at the support levels. Option selling, Amrit Mishra, is no, it's very complicated. It is very good, of course, but it is complicated. Not everybody's cup of tea. Okay, Mr. Oro Pharma Hero Zero, like I said, so 1000 C have given at 10 rupees. 650 lot size, so 6,500 investment. Yes, so it's a hero zero trade. I also believe that I'm still holding on to the view that Oro Pharma in this series should test 1,050 to 1,100. But provided market also has to support, we are seeing this global meltdown because of the bond yields, treasury spiking up to 1.6 now, so that is where issues are happening. So if market is supportive, definitely we'll see this hero zero getting hero trades like SBI last time, Tata Motors, like we have gained have very handsome profits in our hero zero trades. So like I said, when options premiums are very high, either you buy OTM, or if you are comfortable with selling, you can always have the benefit to yourself. Mr. Profit Adda, the holding times I have always told you, either my stop loss gets hit, so I exit, or target when it is at least 1 to 1. It's not exactly I look at the ratio while I book profits, because it depends on various factors. Like if I have Tata Power, call option I have given, Tata Power is 13,500 lot size. So you need to understand, if 13,500 in option, even 1 rupee if I get, I can ask my clients or my clients to book profit. But in that case, when Oro Pharma, it's only 650 lot size. So, I have to wait at least 10 rupees movement to ask you guys to book profit. You should be getting handsome profits for each trade. No, sir, there's no paid channel that we serve. It's completely there on PL. Of course, we have this paid channel for, InstaPix, wherein, I give trades for index calls only, Nifty and Bank Nifty. That's a paid service. And if you want to have a query about InstaPix, you can always mail it up, and the concerned team will get in touch with you. Okay. InstaPix, you guys, just a second. Sham, any idea where we can have this InstaPix email coming?
No, meanwhile, if anyone is interested, they can mail info@of plindia.com, and it will be forwarded to the concerned department.
Perfect. info@plindia.com. You can mail your interest, and concerned team will get up to you. Okay. Okay, you, Mr. Polyspin Exports Limited, you can please email at info@plindia.com. You will definitely get a call. Okay, so I think that's it. Our session is time is getting over. I hope this session was fruitful. I could answer all of your queries. And if anything else, you have the WhatsApp group that is dedicated now for at least 15 days now, or for this series now. I'll be there throughout the day to help you guys understand what you want to know. All my calls I'll be giving as well. So I'll try to make profits for you guys. So any query, you can either mail us or you can definitely get in touch with that group. That group is dedicatedly now for 15 days. I'll be there to help you guys. So thank you. And do
Thank
definitely
you.
give us a revert on the, feedback. Thank you so much.